running. Oh, and good morning, Temecula. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Daily Driven Exotics. My name's Dave, and today is the day we fixed the Huracan. Yes, that's right. In yesterday's vlog, I mentioned Damon has no cars right now, and I'm down here in California for a few days to rescue my friend Damon. Now, the Murcielago needs an engine out. You gotta tear it apart. It's gonna be a bit of a process. GI is handling that for us. In the meantime, the Huracan, if you remember, Damon blew the transmission up in Kelowna a few months ago. We finally sourced a new transmission from a friend of mine in Illinois. Now, we'll talk to him in a little bit, but it has a pretty funny story. What you have to know is that Damon's car is the 580, not the 610. There's a lot less 580s. As a result, less used transmissions. A brand new transmission from Lamborghini is around about $35,000. So I found a used one. We'll slap that in today. In the meantime, if you're looking at me wondering, Dave, where's the DDE merch? Well, I have good news for you guys. There's new merch coming, and right now, you and I, we're gonna go and check out the new collection. Oh, I love that cold start. And we're back at Sheepey Race. We have probably the brightest wrap I've ever seen in my life. This is Sheepey built twin turbo Huracan with the Super Trofeo race car kit on it. It's absolutely insane. It's probably the most expensive Huracan ever built. Got the BBS wheels, get a sick highlighter yellow wrap, carbon Kevlar, carbon fiber, aftermarket suspension bits, Sheepey built twin turbo, super sick. And look at the steering wheel. You've seen it before in our vlogs, but modified. It's a badass car. Hey, it's Alex back in the vlog, you guys. What's up, dude? You missed me?
Yeah, where you been, dude?
In Canada.
Doing Canadian things?
Yep, which is eating maple syrup and being polite.
Eh?
Eh? The billet intake manifold. What's the retail one of those?
15,000. So that's comparing a Performante one to a billet one.
Oh, look at this, you guys. So Performante, this is like a plastic material, right?
So, yeah, it's like a, yeah, it is a plastic.
Polymer?
It's a polymer, but however, you have to understand it doesn't heat soak.
Right, because it's intake, it's cold.
Right,
cold side.
so, I mean, going to a billet, the downfall is aluminum heat soak, right?
Yeah.
But the bottom portion of it's still plastic, so it retains all the heat.
Look how sexy this is. All right, you guys. Damon's done a lot of cool things for me. He bought me my first R8. He bought me a Fitbit. And it's time I repaid the favor and bought him a present, you guys. I bought my friend Damon this transmission. Yeah, this is a present. This comes from the heart. What more could you want Christmas morning than a 580 transmission? This is a 580-2. It's rear-wheel drive, not the most common Huracan. Finding a used transmission was very difficult. Luckily, my friend Ty in Illinois had a wrecked Huracan. Now you're probably wondering, Dave, did you go find a really clean, slightly damaged Huracan, or did you buy a new transmission? And the answer is no. I found the most beat-to-shit Huracan in the world and robbed the transmission. I'm gonna cut a bit of footage that Ty prepared for us right now.
Hey Dave, it's Ty here at Mullins Auto. I just got word that Damon's transmission for his Huracan has arrived safely at Sheepey Race. In the time being, I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek at what car his transmission came out of. So as you can see, our Huracan, it had a little bit of front end damage, but you know what? Don't sweat that. Lamborghini, those guys are smart. They put all the important stuff right here in the back, so your transmission was sitting safe and sound. And I just wanted to thank you guys for the opportunity to work with you, and obviously we have got a lot of parts laying around here, so if you guys ever get the urge to, I don't know, crush an old Ferrari, have a little demo derby, our doors are always open. So guys, thanks again. I can't wait to work with you in the future.
Who's back in the vlog, you guys? It's Johnny. What's going on? You good? You good?
You know, I got Diet Coke in my cup, so kinda that time of the day.
I got Damon, my best friend, a transmission. It came from a completely baked Huracan. Ty has an auto record facility in Illinois, and he just started a YouTube channel. D is for disassemble. We're gonna take apart Supercar, so you guys, link in description, check that out. We're gonna fly out there soon and do some fun stuff with him. So today we're gonna walk you guys through how to do a tranny re and re. The first re is already done, it's been removed. Now we're gonna reinstall it. How many hours is this job?
12, 13 hours.
Oh, that high? Oh wow. You do it really fast.
I do it really fast, yes, but also the car is to my advantage because it doesn't have the factory muffler that clutters the whole top
the bumper,
of it.
all that stuff.
So I save a little bit of time there.
Did this get done today?
Yeah.
Damon's lost a bit of that fire in his eyes, both his cars being broken. Murcielago, as you know, he found some problems with it. It's a GI being taken apart. But the Huracan, we solved the biggest problem.
That was the biggest problem.
The transmission.
Cool hat.
You want one?
I've been friends with you for how long and I've yet to get any free
I
gifts.
gave you my hat, that black one that sold out, I gave it to you. So when this tranny went, the clutch was fine.
Yeah, clutch is fine.
It had some parts in there that we thought was the clutch basket and it wasn't.
No, it
So
wasn't.
the clutch is totally good. The keyboard warriors were incorrect for the first time in the history of the internet. Okay, getting the tranny back in there, you guys, this makes it really easy.
Oh yeah.
When I was younger working on Civics and Integras, we just got into the car and went, "Ugh," to get it back on.
This would be impossible. This transmission's about like 400 pounds.
You couldn't do that?
We tried and it wasn't pretty.
So the clutch, normally on a regular car, you'd see the pressure plate exposed.
Yeah, it's on the engine usually. I mean, there's like the Supra where you could take out the clutch with the tranny.
Right.
Yeah, this is all inside there. It's a wet clutch, so it's actually encased in a cage.
I did not know that.
Yeah. You want to see one apart? This is one car. This is what it
Why is
looks
there so many of those? It's a dual clutch, there should be two of them.
It's not actually dual clutch in that sense. Reasoning behind DSG, it's double shafts. So there's two sets of gears. Double clutch has nothing to do with that. Older cars had actually two clutches. So you had one that was serviceable to the backside and the other side, when they put together the pressure plate, they would actually rivet them together. And that's a double clutch because it has two clutches. The reason there's two sides is obviously for torque. It uses the bigger side all the time engaged, and the smaller one is what actually engages through. So we have an A and B set. So we upgrade to either 16, 18, or 20. The more actual frictions you have there between the plates, obviously the more grip. Damon's car has 18.
Oh wow.
It's an 18. His are billet. These
Clutch basket.
These are the baskets, correct.
We are done with the jack, which means the tranny is bolted.
No, I'm
Step-
holding it up.
Step one was bolted up. Oh my God, there's pizza.
Yeah, we're a bunch of teenage kids and all we eat is pizza.
You guys all eat awful here. All I see is like potato
Wow,
chips.
all of a sudden it starts a fitness
I'm
channel.
not,
and he's
I
calling the kettle
eat bad
black.
too.
Look
I
at this
eat
guy.
bad too, I'm saying, but you guys eat really bad here. Like, it's bolted up, what's next?
Make the axles. So there's the axles, 6 bolts per axle.
What's the hardest part if this car was a regular Huracan?
To be honest with you, I've lost track of what's hard anymore. So.
Oh, I'm real humble. I know it's hard, nothing's a challenge anymore. It's all just breathing air to me.
Repetitive.
Yeah, I got you.
Get an auto mode.
So right now, Johnny is bolting up the axles.
Yeah. And at this point, it's all by feel. It's not even look.
It's all in the fingers.
All in the fingers.
You got techniques with your fingers, don't you?
Yeah, man, I know how to put things in holes with fingers and get them in there.
All right, these guys are enjoying pizza right now, and I'm committed to my fitness as part of Damon Fryer's personal channel. He challenged me to get into shape. I've always wanted to be in shape, so I'm gonna go and eat something clean. However, a few videos ago, I noticed Damon Fryer did a launch control on my Squadra Corsa. Originally, he said, don't do it in the E-gear, it's too hard on the car. But upon further review, the LP models are good to go in launch control. So I've never launched my Squadra before. I wanna take Sammy right now in my car and go test out launch control, get some food, come back and check on the Huracan. Okay, so to do launch control in the Squadra Corsa, there's 2 major steps. Step 1, Corsa, watch my finger, follow the finger. That's Corsa. Step number 2, turn off traction control. Now it says right here, no ESC, which is traction control. And then basically you put your foot on the brake, hammer the throttle, it'll rev up to about 4,000 RPM, let go of the brake, drops the clutch, and then it does cool things. I've never done before, so I'll find out in a minute. What's up? Thanks, man. Are you vlogging right now? Just vlogs on vlogs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You guys have a great day.
You too, be safe. Oh, that was cool.
Wow, you are famous.
No, you're famous. You
No,
recognize
you're
you.
famous.
Is that Sammy, the guy that does all the drone stuff? The guy's weird. Now that we have all the buttons pressed, my foot is firmly on the brake. You would hold down the throttle with your throttle leg. So you can see it holds at 5,500 RPM. And what's gonna happen is it's gonna dump the clutch. We're gonna do launch control.
Get it.
Well, I've never done it before. We're learning.
Oh! I can like to show you how.
Do that nothing. Let's hear launch control. Go.
Oh, there he goes!
Ready, Sammy? Hold on tight. Oh my god, that's so much fun!
That thing just kicked me back, man.
Oh, I want to
Holy
do that. We
shit.
gotta do that more often.
Holy shit. That was crazy.
Why have I never done that before? Oh, I love this car. And how are we looking, Johnny?
Well, the magic of Hollywood. 6 hours later, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Why is it that supercars have some tanks like a dry system versus just an oil pan with a pickup?
High G's.
High G's?
Like basically performance.
So the car is
aspect.
sliding, the oil could slosh in an oil pan and not get
Correct.
picked up. And also I heard it was they want to keep the engine as low to the ground as possible.
That too.
This is a 2,000 horsepower car.
2,000 horsepower car. Yeah.
Is that why the turbos are so massive?
Yeah.
Like, look at my hand compared to that turbo. Is this owner just absolutely crazy?
I mean, I guess you could say that.
So you're doing obviously a fully built motor. For 2,000 horsepower,
Oh,
you have to do everything.
Built motor, built transmission, everything.
What is this? Why is it so fancy looking?
That's what we do. Billet aluminum, air to water intercooler for a Huracan.
What's fancy?
Yeah.
So no weld marks.
And we actually melted pennies down and coated it in melted pennies.
It's illegal.
Only if you get caught.
The official Lamborghini zap straps?
They
Or
are.
zip ties in the US. They're zip ties.
Zip ties,
In
correct.
Canada, they're called zap straps. Have you heard that before?
I mean, I wear a jock strap when I play sports.
You don't play sports.
I don't.
Yeah. We're all the kind of guys who play sports.
Yeah.
In high school, we were the guys with like black fingernails. I was that guy.
Yeah, I
The
was.
safety pins in my army jacket.
You know me.
Yeah. And there's a massive oil tank. Is that whole thing filled full of oil?
Yeah, holds about 6.5, 7 quarts.
It's running. So they took out the oil tank, put oil in it. Now they're making sure there's enough oil in the car. And then we can drive it. Yes, the Huracan will be back on the road, you guys, ready for Damon on his next trip down. What is that?
Transmission fluid. You fill it up cold till like leaks out. Once it leaks out, then you run the car so the pump itself starts flowing oil.
Right.
And then once it gets a temperature, in there's a tube. So the tube goes to the top, which it reaches about halfway to the transmission. So if the transmission's low on fluid, it wouldn't spill over in the tube.
Oh.
So you fill it up until it gets to the top of that tube. That's an internal dipstick. So once fluid is coming back down, then we know the transmission's filled.
That's crazy. Fluid goes in from the bottom up on a Huracan transmission. How much front splitter's doing? For Damon, not bad. This is his third carbon fiber bumper.
I mean, it's Damon.
You can say Dave destroys everything. Like, seriously? Really? I destroy relationships,
Stunted.
not cars.
I mean, we're still together.
Yeah. He only goes halfway. Hey!
My merch finally came in.
Where do you get that merch from?
ShopDDE.com.
That's right, you guys. This stuff lands in a few days. In the meantime, we have awesome core tricolor t-shirts, some of the old cool burning rubber hoodies. I love those ones, by the way. They're almost gone. So the Huracan's running. Now, because this is a modern car, Sammy, there's no small block 350. This car has computers and sensors all over it. And right now they have to tell the computer that it has a new transmission because the transmission is coded to each ECU. You know, the more I think about it, this Squadra Corsa might be the perfect Lamborghini. And I'll explain in detail as to why I'm saying that. It's not just because I'm egotistical that I own one. It's because the car, number one, is super rare, only 50 in the world. It's super light. Most of the car is carbon fiber as far as like the interior, some of the panels. And it's not overpowered, meaning you can go through the gears and not break every single law. The challenge with modern, crazy fast cars, twin turbo cars, is they're really fast, but if you come from somewhere where I live in Canada, where if we do 25 miles over the limit, it's an automatic 7-day impound, and in a 1,000 horsepower car or a 720 horsepower McLaren, it happens right away. This car has 562 horsepower. It's enough to have fun and get through the gears without really breaking all the laws, which I love it. It has carbon ceramic brakes, has an awesome E-gear, has launch control, which we discovered today. Legit, I absolutely love this car, and I do not think I'm gonna modify it. I think maybe wheels, and that's it. The exhaust is loud as it is. It's fast enough, it's reliable. Clearly, I put on almost 10,000 miles in this car in 2 months, no issues. I love it. right, guys, behind the scenes in the inner workings of Sheepey Race. What are you hiding? He hit something. Camera came on. He hit something.
Nothing.
What are you hiding?
Nothing,
What is
dude.
it?
You
You're
gotta
hiding
know.
something.
Nothing. I hid my phone.
Why are you hiding your phone? I walk into the camera and he starts hiding things.
Got it.
Alright guys, the Huracan is done. However, we have a slight technical challenge that there's a solution, just not right now. Johnny, what's going on?
So since it's a complete used transmission, the TCM, which is the transmission control module, is VIN locked. So it's VIN locked from the other car. So to get it to work with this car, we'd have to reprogram it. And since they're VIN locked, we have to have a special way to actually access it because they're one-time use.
We'll come back next week. We're good to go.
Yep.
Cool, man. Well, hey, thanks for doing that. Appreciate it. All right, you guys. We have one of Damon's Lamborghinis pretty much good to go. Like I said, a small software cable thing. It'll take them 5 minutes once they have the cable. I really appreciate the guys at Sheepey Race for getting that done. Thank you again to Ty and the auto wrecker for the transmission. You guys go follow his YouTube channel. Links in the description. Right now, I'm headed back to LA. I have a 2.5 hour drive. Sun is setting. It's a beautiful evening. Let's just enjoy the car for a little bit, shall we? I'm a local. See, I'm a local. Yes, I am from the United States.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
from Texas.
You keep telling yourself.
I like sports.
Do you like In-N-Out?
I actually don't. To be honest with you guys, can we be honest for a second? Like In-N-Out, it's not as good as people
It's
say.
a little worked up.
Yeah.
Del Taco's kind of better.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a burger at Del Taco.
They have
Kinda
burgers
better.
at Del Taco?
Yeah, they're
The taco
really
place.
good. No, they're super good.